Hey, this is Kevin Harmon at Mountain Music Exchange, and it is time for your Wednesday update. It is still freezing outside in case you need a weather update, but we're hoping it warms up by the weekend, and we're ready for sunshine around here. I don't know when that's going to happen, but hopefully soon. So we're going to talk about some different stuff today. Weird gear. We are fans of just weird, unique gear. We all see a lot of the normal stuff that comes in all the time, and we all have that gear. You have to have good, reliable, great gear, but sometimes you want a weird, quirky piece of gear that gives you a different sound or just takes you to a different place. And something nobody else has. I mean, how cool is it to have a piece of gear that nobody else has? That is an awesome feeling. So we traded for it. We got a couple things in the store, and there's tons more that come and go. We're always looking for it. But I'm going to show you a few things, and I would love for you guys to show us your weirdest piece of gear. So comment, send a picture in the comments, whatever, of the gear that you have that is weird and quirky. But I'm going to jump right in. This has been here a while, and it is crazy cool. It's an old Japanese, I think it's from the 70s, a Jack's wah. And the crazy thing about this, it's got, besides just being a wah, and a quirky wah at that, it works backwards. So how you would normally wah, this one works exact opposite. So that's weird out of the gate. So once you get used to that, then you also have this switch here that says surf, hurricane, and wah. Or it's a volume pedal. It also, so if you click on surf or hurricane, it's like white and pink noise. It just blasts through your amp, this massive noise, and you can turn it up or down. So I don't know how useful that is. Maybe in some music I've heard it'd be perfect, but I don't know. So that's kind of cool. You can also blend the volume for that so it don't blow your amp up, because it will. And it also has right here a siren switch. So you can kick this on in the middle of a song and it sounds like the cops are coming to get you. As loud as you can imagine, just blasting through your amp, a huge siren, and it ramps all the way up until you kick it off, and then it takes it like 5 seconds to ramp back off before you're back to normal. So this could win for weirdest piece of gear in the store right now. I don't know how useful it is, although you kick that siren on at a good party and you could run some people out, I guess. But that is a cool piece of gear. That is on our website. You can check that out. That is super cool. And this we just traded for, which this is the first one of these I've seen. It's an actual spring reverb, and it's called the Reverb Master. It's also a Japan thing. It has to have tiny, tiny springs. I'm not sure. It's got a depth and tone control, and a foot switchable on and off. And it's got inputs for a mic and an instrument, which it sounds good on a guitar. And it's not your traditional Fendery reverb. It's like a spacey, chimey. I don't know. It's like the reverb is almost disconnected from the note, if that makes sense. So it's a cool sound and a unique sound. You're not going to hear this. This is not one that's getting copied in, a Hall of Fame or whatever. This is a unique reverb sound that you hit this thing and it rings, and that's a cool reverb unit. And they're not expensive. I think this will sell for $179 or something, cheaper than a pedal or than some pedals. So that's cool. We also took in a Fender PA-135, and that's like Fender's old school PA system. And back at that point, you know, your whole band used the same amp. So it's 4 channels. You plugged your mics and your bass and your guitar, and everybody shared an amp. It come with 2 columns. But over the years, of course, that's not how it's done now. So guitar players have taken these things, and it's 4 separate channels, so you can blend different things and use effects through certain ones. And it's like having a 4-channel high-powered twin reverb. It's all tube. It's got reverb per channel. You can put reverb on whichever channel you want. So that is crazy cool, especially if you're experimenting with different sounds and you can tweak, and it sounds good on a bass too. You can plug it through a couple 15 cabinets, that old Motown bass sound. So it's not very good on vocals. I don't know how they ever got by with that. So, but guitars and bass, that's a cool amplifier, cool ride. We also took in a super reverb, which that's not as crazy. It's not as weird as some other, but it is super cool, a 70 super reverb. If you've never played through a super reverb cranked up, it's a magic sound. Put an overdrive in front of it, and that reverb is so springy, and it just is magic when you got the reverb up just a little bit too high. So it makes you want to just hit the strings a little harder than you normally would. So that's a fun amp. The one we got is pretty beat up. It's not all original, but it's a way to get into a super reverb cheap, something you can experiment with and just go crazy on. So that's kind of cool. And that's about all I've got today as far as weird gear. But we want to see your weird gear. So make sure you show us those Japanese or pedals or something that we haven't seen before. I would love to see some pedals I've never seen before. That would be amazing. Or amps or guitars, and put them in the comments. And get out those, go hunting, hit the pawn shops, hit the music stores, dig in the back of the music stores, find that gear that nobody else has, that inspires you, that makes you want to try something new or play a different way than you normally would play, and crank those guitars up. That is your Weird Daily Update, and we will see you tomorrow.